it's hard to describe to them why the events like in Las Vegas and other things like that, why that happens. And as we watch the news and listen to the pundits over the next few days, I think it's something to keep in mind that it started at the very beginning, and that was the Garden of Eden. And when we're away from our Savior, there's evil. There's evil in the world, and I don't think there's any way to describe it. Now, I had an opportunity to judge a goat show at the state fair the other day, and I had a little speech, and I talked about in the book of Matthew, it talks about the Pharisees. They asked Jesus a question. They were going to try to stump him. And they asked which of the laws is the most important. And he said that the two things that are the most important is to love your Lord and Savior, Lord and God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And the first is a personal decision that I think each one of us has to make. But the second is just being a good human, just being a good person. And isn't it kind of crazy that it takes events like the wildfires that burn up half of the panhandle or the hurricane that y'all dealt with just over a month ago to see that in people? My brother-in-law hooked his flat-bottom, he lives in Kerrville, hooked his flat-bottom boat up and drove down to Beaumont for 3.5 days and left his wife and 3 daughters to help. And I was kind of wondering what his thoughts would be. And he said, man, I'll tell you what, I have faith in mankind again. It wasn't race nor color nor creed. People were just helping people. Could you imagine what the world would be like, what our country would be like if we did that? And it doesn't have to be on that scale. It can be in your community, in your school, in your church. But man, love on each other. We have so much in common to let the little things get in between us. So I'm pleased to be here. I'm very excited about our lineup. I'd like to commend these exhibitors and the families that have come through the ring today. There's no better place to raise a kid than in a stock show. Most of the time you're teaching them not how to win and high five. It's how to take defeat. The hardest thing to do is know that you could put everything, every ounce of your being into showing and exhibiting and feeding and fitting and not win. And that's the hardest thing for people to make that step, knowing I could give everything I got and still not win. That's part of it, and that's part of life. And so there's a great lessons to be learned. It's just not about ribbons and banners. Those things fade and collect dust, but it's the time you spend with your family. It's the memories that you make along the way. Great set of sheep, lightweight's one that, again, I talked about him being real correct and fundamental in terms of